Ruchir, Joshi, you want to respond? You just heard Tom Vadakan saying, look at what would happen if similar comments were made in the Bible Belt in the US. How would Christians react about, let's say, someone said similar comments about Christianity, or in Saudi Arabia about Islam. Should Mahua Moitra have been more careful in your view?
No, I am just going to respond to what Mr. Vadakan said. Can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay. I am glad that someone from the BJP has finally come out and admitted to what they actually are. Okay? Because the two examples that Mr. Vadakan has taken are extremely revealing. The American white supremacist South, where apparently you can't say anything against Christ, is one of the most conservative, anti-women, anti-minority, anti-black, anti-Jewish places on earth. And it is their Supreme Court judges who have covered the US in shame with their overturning of Roe and Wade just now, where a woman can't get an abortion if she wants. That is where Mr. Vadakan and his party and Mr. Modi and Mr. Shah want to take us very clearly. And the Chief Minister of UP as well, Ajay Mohan Bisht. Okay. He then mentions Saudi Arabia, another lovely place where women aren't allowed to drive. They have to cover their faces. And again, he brings that up as an example. So again, this is another place where India is striving to become like Saudi Arabia, except without the petrodollars. India is striving to become, according to the BJP and according to Mr. Vadakan, like the worst place in the United States of America, the southern states, where those states cover the entire United States in shame with their anti-human, anti-women policies.
Joshi, but Ruchir Joshi, there will be those who will say,
try going and doing that, when he says you try going and doing that, what he's actually saying is that's what we want to be. Now, Hinduism, to my mind, is one of the most plural, open source religions. And in that too, Ma Kaali is one of the most amazing deities that we can have. And yes, she drinks, she eats meat. If someone wants to show her smoking, there is nothing wrong with that.
But
we don't need to import Ayatollah Khomeini's anti-blasphemy laws, which we have done over the last 30 years. Okay, this is what the BJP does. There's nothing original about them.
But Ruchir, let me just stop you for a moment. Ruchir, there will be those who will say, but Ruchir, there will be those who will say that when Nupur Sharma made her remarks in a TV show about the Prophet, she was immediately accused of blasphemy. And when it comes to Mahua Moitra, we will say that, look, liberal elite privilege means you can say what you want about Hinduism as getaway. That's the argument which is made by the right wing, that how come the rules are not the same?
I am going to say there should be no blasphemy law in a country like India. If you insult somebody's prophet, if you insult somebody's god, goddess, paint a goddess in a certain way, make a picture of the prophet in a certain way, criticize Christ or make fun of Christ as has been done in England in a Life of Monty Python, whatever, all those things, those should be absolutely allowed. If somebody is offended, it is their problem. If you're offended, be offended at home. You don't like a poster, don't look at the poster. You don't like a film, don't look at a film. You don't like a book, don't read the book.
But that's living in a very idealistic world. That's not the real world.
The real world. I'm sorry. Rajdeep, not idealistic. This is what we need to survive as a republic. Okay? This is not idealism. This is not utopianism. This is basically a mistake that has been made from the 1980s onwards by a number of political parties and a number of leaders, starting with Rajiv Gandhi banning the satanic verses, then putting up with the whole attack on M.F. Hussain, right? Then two women are involved in a relationship and somebody starts protesting about that film, Aag or whatever Agni it's called. I mean, it's absurd.
Okay,
you know, painting in 1960 and you run this man out of the country. No, this has to stop. This is absolute rubbish.